This is the new SW8 Mark II subwoofer, developed from the original Mark I. As with the other speakers in the range, its design centres around the development of the drive units. In the SW8 we have a long linear throw 8-inch driver. Its pulp cone is stiffened with the extra large dust cap to give a very strong structure resistant to the internal box pressure, and it has a large rubber roll surround. Combined with a large vented magnet, this gives a very linear low frequency response. The drive unit is designed to be face down, so the loading is always consistent for the drive unit, and combined with a front-facing vent, so it's a reflex system. The versatile amplifier has both high and low level inputs, has level control, frequency control, and also phase control. Combined, this allows in any situation to get a very good blend to the satellite speakers, the bookshelves, or the centre speaker. And as an 8-inch driver, the cabinet size is reasonably compact, so you can hide it away in the room. And if you want more output capability, you can always add a second subwoofer. The combined area of these two is more than a typical 10-inch driver, so you can get much higher output capability for explosive sound effects in the movies.
Now, feel the action of your movie soundtracks and sense more dimension in your music with the Yamaha NS-SW050 Powered Subwoofer. For accurate and deep bass response, the NS-SW050 incorporates advanced Yamaha Active Servo technology. This proprietary technology dynamically compensates for the negative effects of speaker impedance, greatly improving motion control of the 8-inch woofer. The Yamaha-designed twisted flare port diffuses the vortex of air generated around the edge of the port, creating a smooth flow of air. This reduces extraneous noise, even at higher levels, providing clear and tight bass. Take your home entertainment experience to the next level with the powerfully rich and impactful NS-SW050 Powered Subwoofer.
Hi, you're here with John Hunter, REL's chief designer. I've been doing this for about 15 years, love what I'm doing, and this piece might be the best-selling REL of all time. This is our T5i. As you can see, it's not a particularly large piece. It's brilliantly finished. Everything that you see on there is authentic. We've got an 8-inch down-firing driver that evenly fills the entire room, and a very high current 125 watt Class AB amplifier. We can go AB on this piece because, frankly, we have a little bit more room and volume to work with, and it just sounds so enormously musical. This is intended for entry-level high-end pieces, medium to smaller rooms, but very, very high-quality systems. With all RELs, we always start with our drivers. Now, the drivers are very special on the TIs. In order to keep weight down, which promotes speed and musicality, a sort of fluidity to our sound, we took out everything, including the carbon black. So if you've been used to seeing a normal paper driver, for example, it's always a black color. Black adds about 25% more weight to it. So in these, we actually removed it and we bleached it. So the primary bed coat, if you will, of the driver is hand-drawn paper, and it's jet white, not jet black. The reason we do the white is it took all of that carbon black out. We then supplement that with a very lightweight aluminum shell in the center, and it produces a very, very fast, very light, very pistonic driver. With the REL T5i, we come into our first Class AB amplifiers. This is a very high current 125 watt pure Class AB amplifier. It's smooth, it's powerful, it has tremendous amounts of reserves. We built over 100,000 of these pieces over the last decade and a half. They're brilliantly reliable and stable. The high-level input here is what REL is known for. While a number of other people use high-level, nobody does it the same way we do. Our filters are incredibly fast, and this is what allows us to hook up and seamlessly connect with your main speakers. REL-based systems are justly famous all over the world for being something that you cannot identify the fact that there's subwoofers in the system. It simply makes your speakers sound like they're about 3 times as expensive as they are. T5i cabinets really are special. All of our TIs use 25.4 millimeter thick cabinets. Very, very thick, very heavily braced. It's part of the secret of these pieces. They're enormously heavy for their size. Everything that you see here that looks like cast aluminum is, including the badge, which is used to help control the top cabinet resonances. The feet weigh a ton. The feet are actually solid cast billet. They're extremely heavy, extremely dense, beautifully built. 5 coats of lacquer, hand rubbed for about 20 minutes. This is how you get an immaculate coat. The T5i and its predecessor, the T5, have been popular for a very long time with a 125 watt pure class AB amplifier that puts out tremendous amounts of current reserves, a down-firing 8-inch driver that is very fast and pistonic. It's a piece that's easy to fall in love with. It works in a variety of different room sizes, different kinds of speakers, does music brilliantly, does theater very well. This is a great piece. And just to cap it off, we designed a piece called the Aero that delivers for a very, very reasonable price, zero compression wireless, meaning you lose nothing going to one of our Aero wireless systems when you use it with the T5i.
Music is an emotional thing. There's a lot of cliches about, music is the soundtrack to our lives, and it really is. I mean, we associate a lot of memories are associated to the music that we listen to at the time. It's one of the reasons why I really, really enjoy what it is that I do, and developing studio monitors, is being a part of not just people listening to music, but people creating music. To me, JBL is unique among loudspeaker companies. Good system integration, like was done in Studio 2, can give you that sense of depth. It can give you a sense of width that exceeds the distance between the loudspeakers. We also put them in a room behind a acoustically transparent screen and do double-blind evaluation against the relevant competitors. It absolutely matters. It is critically important, the level of detail that we put into it. It's going to sound the best. It's going to have the best performance.
When you go to the movies or hear a concert, a major part of the sound you hear and feel to your very core comes from multiple subwoofers. They're the specialist in producing only the lowest sounds. And for your home, the number of subs you need depends on how large the main listening and viewing room is. For many rooms, a single sub may be enough. But for larger rooms, or for those who would like a little more bass, putting a second sub in the room makes the experience even more impactful. Hear and feel the action, with and without a subwoofer in this example. Klipsch, keepers of the sound.
Definitive Technology SuperCube powered subwoofers have been impressing professional audio critics and home audio enthusiasts for years with their winning combination of compact dimensions and oversized performance. Hi, I'm Christine King, and I'd like to introduce you to the next generation of SuperCube powered subwoofers, the SuperCube 6000 and the SuperCube 4000, subwoofers optimized for the digital age. Both models retain the SuperCube's classic compact dimensions, making them incredibly easy to place in your home without being a visual distraction. The SC4000 occupies less than a cubic foot of space. That's not much bigger than a bread box. Even small rooms are big enough for the definitive SuperCubes. The SuperCube 6000 and SuperCube 4000 incorporate the latest digital technologies for bass performance that will leave you amazed and delighted. Definitive's engineers added convenience and connectivity features that make them both easy to use, versatile, and perfectly tailored for your system and room. With the exciting new SuperCubes, you'll enjoy heart-pounding bass that will astound you, your family, friends, and neighbors. Two notable additions to the new SuperCube models are the digital display, cleverly hidden under the grille, and the wireless remote. More than mere conveniences, they're performance-optimizing tools for perfectly blending the subwoofer to your system and room, as well as for adjusting bass levels to account for differences in program material. The key to seamless main speaker to sub blending is finding the perfect crossover frequency, equalization, and phase settings for your system and room. And the best place to make those set and forget adjustments is from your listening chair with a wireless remote. Let's see it in action. With the remote, you can set bass volume, low pass crossover frequency, and phase to get perfect integration of the subwoofer with your system and room. There are also 4 preset equalization settings to help you get the type of sound you want for your music and movie listening. You can also use the remote to mute the bass entirely, or select the night mode that minimizes peak bass to avoid disturbing family members or neighbors. Most of the remote functions are duplicated on the back of the subwoofer, so even without the remote, you can still make adjustments. Connecting a SuperCube to your system is also easy. There's a full array of inputs, even a wireless option. Let's take a look. Most people will use the LFE or line level inputs, but there are also speaker level inputs for systems that lack preamp or subwoofer outputs. And if reducing wire clutter is important to you, you can connect the SuperCubes with the optional wireless connectivity kit. For hidden subwoofer installations, such as in a cabinet, there's an infrared repeater port, so you can put an optional IR sensor in view of your listening position. For one-button power switching of your entire system, there's a 12-volt trigger port for connection to receivers or preamps with a 12-volt trigger capability. If you're looking for all the high-impact bass excitement of the finest home theater systems, along with maximum convenience and control in a compact size, then the Definitive Technology SuperCubes are the subwoofers for you. For Definitive Technology, I'm Christine King. Thanks for watching.
What's up, everyone? Ron here from Rockville, and today you're about to experience the studio sound quality of the Rockville APM 10 10-inch 400-watt powered studio subwoofer. We have them hooked up to Rockville's APM 5B studio monitors. First, let's turn the monitors on without the sub. Now, let's turn on the APM 10 and see the difference. Wow, I think this is my favorite sub. The sound is just so clear. Man, wow, I am for sure taking this thing home. The volume is crazy loud. The room is literally shaking from the raw power of the sub. Guys, if you're in the market for a clear and loud sub, then you need to get your hands on these. Now, let's check out the specs.
Hey guys, Rachel here to introduce an all-new exclusive Rockville product. The Rockville APM 10 comes in black, white, and classic wood finishes. This powered studio subwoofer delivers unbelievable sounding bass. These subs put out an amazing 400 watts peak power and 200 watts RMS power. We chose a wooden enclosure as opposed to a plastic enclosure. Your studio is made of wood for a reason. The sound characteristics of high-quality wood are better than plastic. We only use the highest quality MDF wood. The thickness is 0.7 inches around, and the front board is a full 1 inch thick to give you the best sound quality possible. The enclosure is built with the perfect amount of airspace to maximize sound quality for a studio. To get the most efficiency, we use a Class G amplifier. We use the best quality components from the most reputable circuit manufacturers in the world in order to produce crystal clear sound. We use a 10-inch woofer that will outperform all 10-inch woofers in this price range. The bass sounds amazing on these. Very clear and punchy, and the woofer has an injection molded polypropylene cone. It is strong and puts out a great sound. The rubber woofer surrounds increase sound quality and eliminate unwanted distortions. We developed the woofer with the most optimized magnet structure, cone, and cabinet space with the goal of reproducing the sound to play back exactly the way it was recorded. The front firing port is shaped and designed by sound engineers to reduce port turbulence and deliver distortion-free, top sound quality. Thick wadding protects the inside of the subwoofer cabinet. This can be seen if the subwoofer is removed from the cabinet. Basically, wadding is a white, artificial, silk-like material that we put inside the subwoofer cabinet for multiple reasons. It helps to make the sound more clear and at the same time protects all the parts inside the subwoofer. We kept all the controls on the rear of the unit to make this subwoofer look clean and modern. The volume control, crossover frequency control, phase control are all found on the rear of the unit. These subwoofers all have standard RCA inputs and outputs. Be sure to subscribe and like this video for future updates on our amazing audio lineup. We also offer same-day shipping on orders paid in full by 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. To get your hands on your very own APM 10, just click the links below.
When you go to the movies or hear a concert, a major part of the sound you hear and feel to your very core comes from multiple subwoofers. They're the specialist in producing only the lowest sounds. And for your home, the number of subs you need depends on how large the main listening and viewing room is. For many rooms, a single sub may be enough. But for larger rooms, or for those who would like a little more bass, putting a second sub in the room makes the experience even more impactful. Hear and feel the action with and without a subwoofer in this example.